What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm, and welcome back to the NHL 2005 Dynasty Mode series. We are on episode number 76 today. We are so close to the end of the season. We are really getting there. March 25th. We have a healthy Joe Sakic into this episode. He's not going to play in this game. He'll be in the next episode against LA, which is a bit of more of a crucial matchup, and we obviously don't want to rush anybody back from injury. Make sure everybody's healthy and ready to go for the playoffs. As always, before we jump into the game preview, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So previewing our matchup here against the Ottawa Senators in this episode, we are still sitting first in the NHL conference and division, just 1 point clear of the Minnesota Wild, who have now caught up. We have caught up to in games. So we're coming off the loss to Buffalo in the last episode, 3-1. A very good game from Buffalo. We have a very similar opponent. Our goals for here, very similar. We have the advantage everywhere, though, offense, defense, and goaltending in this matchup. Take a look at our goaltending matchup here. Curtis Joseph coming back into the net. Of course, he's going to split starts down the stretch with Theodore to make sure Theodore is well rested for the playoffs. But he gets to take on an old rival, an old foe in the Ottawa Senators in this matchup. 93 overall for Joseph, Hasek, and 94 at home. Taking a deeper dive into the Senators, they're coming off a 2-0 win against the Florida Panthers in their last game. A solid home, or a very good home record, a solid road record as well. They're a pretty good team. This is going to be very similar to our last game matchup against the Buffalo Sabres. And for injuries, they're just missing Todd White out of their lineup until April 5th. So a pretty healthy squad before they head into the playoffs as well. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for the preview portion of the episode. Let's go ahead and get into the game against the Ottawa Senators. We are live from the Corel Center in Canada, Ontario. A interconference matchup, the last one of the season, at least of the regular season, for the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado and Ottawa up next are the Anthems. Avs and Sens ready to go here in Canada. Sens sitting 5th in the Eastern Conference, looking to grab 2 points here, get themselves some home ice advantage after the Avalanche coming off a 3-1 loss to their slated first-round opponent right now, the Buffalo Sabres. Here's Guerin, shot on. There's a penalty coming to the Sens early on here. Medano wrapped that one in front. Looks like Greg DeVries is going to go off for interference, sending the Avalanche to the first power play of the game. DeVries not happy with that one. An interference penalty nonetheless. And the Avalanche with an opportunity to strike first in this game. Dano winning that draw. Yager shot on over Hasek. Yager's overpowering wrist shot. It's the Avalanche on the board early. DeVries fuming coming out of the box. But the Avalanche lead 1-0 early on. Joel Quenneville liking his start for his team. Talking about the last matchup against the Buffalo Sabres and said he liked a lot of what his team did. Just thought they got goalie. Back in front, Lindros scores. The Avalanche quickly opening up a lead here on the road, coming off that frustrating Buffalo game. Making sure they don't lose it in the first period, that's for sure. Lindros with that goal. It's a rough start for Dominic Hasek continues. Over to Hall. There's Hamilton, though, coming in. Back over to Hall. Another chance, and a good stop there by Hasek to at least slow down the bleeding here in the first period. This will likely be the last game we see with Blake with the C on his sweater in place of Captain Joe Sakic. He is cleared to return. Could have returned here tonight, but was not on the road trip with the Avalanche. keeping him for home game against LA in a few nights. There's Bure back in front. There's Bure turning and firing. And glove stop there by Hasek. He couldn't control it though. As Yager with the wraparound chance. Hasek gets it, and Lindros is now going to go off for hooking. So the Senators will get their first opportunity on the power play themselves. Draw to the right of Dominic Hasek. Spencer wins the draw against Riku Hall. Havlat there. Bumped off. Cujo plays the puck out. Cujo played a team he's incredibly familiar with, the Ottawa Senators. Beat them in the playoffs many a time. There's Alfredson, a chance in front. Dano turns and fires that one down the ice. Volchenkov. That one. Alfredson takes a hit. Havlat steps into one. DeVries back at the point. Shot. Heavy slapper. Trying to bring that puck out. Alfredson stepped over the line. And the Sens will have to regroup. Medano tried to bring it back for a short-handed chance here. Steve Ruchin. Ruchin a shot. Cujo out to play that one. Osa there with a chance, and Justin Williams picks up a giveaway and cuts the lead in half. 2-1 as Cujo maybe overplayed his hand a little bit there. And Justin Williams, who was grew up just about 3 hours outside of Canada, Cobourg, Ontario, manages that goal there, cutting the lead in half. 2-1 the score. Foot dumping the puck in after the draw is won. Fast. Schaefer. Here's Langfeld. Shot on. Good stop by Cujo. And Yager back the other way. Here's Jaromir Yager. Getting through. Shakes off the hit. Back in front is Lindros. Turns and fires. Bure gets tied up and might have had an opportunity there on the rebound. Smolinski. Turned over by Foot. Back in front to Lindros. And a chance there. A big save by Hasek. Langfeld. It's turned back over as this mismatch of a line change for the Sens is causing some problems. Poche. Schaefer. Turn that puck over. Jaromir Yager's going to work his way back. A goal already in this one. Yager turns and fires, and Lindros tried to get the rebound there, but swing and miss. Smolinski in. Takes a big hit from Blake. Langfeld up there. Solani off the bench as the top line of the Avalanche comes back out. Here's Medano. Medano back over. Solani there. Shot. Big save by Hasek again. Alfredson starting it back the other way. The captain of the Senators. Langfeld back. Still out there. Caught on a long shift. Langfeld heading to the bench now. DeVries. Spezza takes a hit. And here's Marian Hossa. Hossa shot on. Good save. Medano tried a between the legs play. Turned it over to Spezza in the neutral zone. Medano, Guerin. Guerin tried to step through Alfredson. Alfredson with a good stick though. He'll get wiped out along the boards by Rob Blake. Here's Millet back the other way. He takes a big hit from DeVries. DeVries. Alfredson shot on. That one trickled in. Almost caught Cujo off guard. Riku Hall back the other way. Hall evades the stick. Turns the puck over. There's Miller back in front. He can't get the shot away. Havlat with the puck. Makes a move. Good stick there by John Michael Lyles. And a penalty upcoming to the Senators late here in the period. Looks like Havlat going off for hooking. Just 6 seconds remain in the period. Won't be enough time for the Avalanche to generate anything. Osa wins the draw. The puck will dribble itself back down to the Avalanche end, and that will do it for the first period. The Avalanche strike twice and take a 2-1 lead into the first intermission.
They take on players from our local police, ambulance, and fire departments. All money raised.
Shots were fairly even in that first. Avalanche 14-10. The Avalanche will open up this second period on the power play as Arn Havlat's late hooking call in the first period forces the Senators to have to kill one off early. Tchaikovsky stepping up, forcing that turnover. Here's Lindros, shot on. Big save by Hasek there. Botman dumping it back in. Here's Lindros in front, shot stopped. Good pad save by Dominic Hasek. Pass doesn't find anybody down there, goes straight to Hasek. Turned over at the blue line by the Senators. Here's Sheldon Surrey. Spinning off, looking for an outlet. Surrey shot, maybe looking for a rebound or a tip. Vonanen. Tchaikovsky up. Offside is the call as Guerin had stepped over the line prior to the buck. Here's Medano on the draw. He'll win it. Spezza there. Alfredson. Foot finds Solani into the zone. DeVries, though, a good play there to get the puck away from him, and he'll carry it up. 20 seconds to go here in the power play. Blake. Solani, who finds Medano along the wing. Medano, a nice move. Juke the defender out. Got a chance, but Hasek stands tall. Final seconds of the power play now. Foot just going to dump it around the board. Solani is there first. Over to Medano. Oh, and on the back door. Hasek going post to post. Makes a huge save on Medano. Here comes Alfredson back the other way. Over to Spezza. Good chance there. Big save again. Spezza behind the net. Loses it. Blake just throws it up boards. Throws a big hit on DeVries to make sure the puck does come out. Here's Solani. Turned over to Poche. Poche. Still with it. Can't get the shot away. Harassed by Adam Foote. Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky there. Bumped by Fost. Langfeld. Back with Schaefer. Schaefer's shot is blocked. Langfeld there. Hendrickson as the checking line comes out for the Avalanche now after the extended power play time. Here's Nikolitin. Nikolitin shot. Hendrickson there on the rebound. He gets bumped by Poche before he can get it away. Tchaikovsky. Steos. Acquired from the Edmonton Oilers earlier on the season. Back in front finds Hendrickson and a good stop by Hasek. So Nikolitin throws a big hit, but Schaefer's in all alone and a good stop by Cujo to keep this game 2-1 affair for the Avalanche. Pass, Bouchard intercepting that one. Sticks with it after a hit. Williams the goal scorer for the Senators. Here's Medano. Back in, shot. And short side on Hasek, who stuck the pad out and makes a good save there. As we take a look at Anton Volchenkov. Throwing a hit on Solani. Draw to the left of Hasek. Lindros on it. Against Spezza, he wins it. Chance there as Lyle stepped in from the point. He's still with the puck back in front. Chances there in front again, and Bure, turning and firing, is turned away by Hasek. .7:48 to go in the second. Lindros winning that face-off. The classic second period for the Avalanche here. Really turned it on offensively. Here's Bure stopping up, looking for an outlet. Tries to get the shot away. He can't. Back in front to Lindros. Yager turns and fires. It's blocked as Hasek was sprawled out. Yager might have had an open net there. Here's Hossa back the other way. Hossa had a chance. Good save by Cujo. 5 minutes to go here in the second. Bure back there. Puck coming down. Lyles. Good puck-moving defender for the Avalanche. Here's Yager back in front to Bure, and Bure fires that one, lifted it too high, and over the glass. 3.5 to go here in the second. Ruchin on the draw. He'll win it. Turned over momentarily to Blake, but the Avalanche are going to bring that one back the other way. Here comes Medano. Medano finding Guerin in the slot, turns, fires. Good stop there. Medano turned and fired again. Solani down low, finds Guerin, scores. Teemu Solani. A nice dish in front. And Bill Guerin manages to get that one past Dominic Hasek. His 56th of the year. And the Avs take a 3-1 lead late in the second period.
Colorado goal, scored by number 13.
Bonin dumping that one in after the goal. Nikolic there. Nearly picked that one off. Hendrickson back into the opposite corner as we hit the final minute here of the second period. Smolinski coming in, trying to get a chance. Hendrickson's just going to lift that one out. That'll do it for the second period. A late marker from Bill Guerin extends the Avalanche lead 3-1 into the third.
In-depth post-game coverage and interviews on your AM dial.
A dominating offensive second period for the Avalanche. The Sens are going to have to climb their way back into this one. 15-2 were the shots and just the one goal. Surrey dumping that puck in as the Avalanche will surely look to close this one down. There is Guerin with his second on the rebound. And that will really do it for a team that is averaging less than 2 goals per game as of late. The defensive stalwart of the team, Colorado Avalanche. 4-1. Guerin's got 2 late in the second, early in the third. The Avalanche likely going to wrap this one up there as Bure now makes it 5-1. Or John Michael Lyles, I should say. Looked like it was Bure who got that one. But a runaway here as no defenders even close. Hasek getting let out to dry. He will get pulled. More of a mercy pulling there. The team in front of him really giving up. 5-1 Avalanche lead. Game that was very close to start off. Back in front, Prusek makes a glove save. Because this Avalanche team really just, at times, can easily flex the offensive and defensive muscles and really take over a game. Does not take much. That's why they are first in the NHL. Lindros on the draw. 18 minutes to go in this one. A couple goals early on in this period. There's Lindros turning and firing a chance. Pierre-Marc Bouchard grabbing that one. Here comes Havlat back the other way. Havlat, Ruchin, nearly a chance, but Williams, who's got the lone goal for the Senators, came up and got one there, but here comes Eric Lindros. Lindros in. Prusek makes a nice save on him on the breakaway. Here's Ruchin. Ruchin bumped by foot. Separated him enough from the puck. Here's Bure. Bure grinding through a hit there. Won't be able to get himself to the net, though. Havlat back the other way. Here's Williams. Havlat. Good chance. Cujo turns it away. Lindros. To Yager. Back in front, Bure. Another chance there, but he gets bumped before he can get the shot away. Here's Spezza. Shot on. Cujo fights off the rebound, gets the puck back, plays it out. Wants to keep this game moving. A nice pass there. Gets through to Guerin. Guerin looking for the hat trick. Prusek turns him away on the glove hand. Alfred's in, and that one over to Hossa. Just behind him. Will be offside. (5-1) here, Colorado leading a dominant second period, leading into opening up the floodgates here in the third. A couple goals early on, Guerin. And John Michael Lyles getting credit for his third of the season. Off the Bure shot that actually deflected off him and found its way into the net. Take a look at Curtis Joseph. Had a rough start, as we've talked about extensively earlier on this season. In Detroit, was acquired. Come over, and he's been an excellent addition as a backup to 1B option for this Avalanche squad. As Prusek turned that one right over to Medano, but he wasn't even aware enough to turn and fire that puck. DeVries back. Modano pins him up against the boards. Volchenkov with the puck, finding Hossa on the wing. There's Hossa, knocked down by Surrey after he shot the puck right into Surrey's shin pad. Hossa turning it back up by 6 minutes to go in the third. 5-1 the score. Avalanche have taken this game over since the second period. Slowing down now, really doing a lot of dump and chase. Comes Guerin, dumping it in. Volchenkov on the boards. Finds Marty Havelat. Ruchin back over to DeVries. Ruchin, sharp angle shot. That's turned away by Cujo rather easily. Back in front. Ruchin can't get the shot away. And Lindros starts back out. Lindros back in front. Finds Yager, and Prushek's there with a nice glove stop, as he has come in and been a calming presence in the net for the Senators. Nikolyshin on the draw. Wins that one against Smolinski. Nikolyshin turns, fires that one right on, and Prushek makes another nice stop. Here's Smolinski in, and Cujo turning that one aside. He's had a solid game.
1 minute left in the third period.
A good problem to have sometimes heading into the playoffs is two goaltenders who are playing well. There's Hendrickson in front, scores. The puck bounces to Cherkowski, and it's 6-1. Prushek reacting to a different shot, has no chance on that one, as his defender also, Peter Schaefer, on his knees in front of the net. 6-1 late in the third. Going back, a good problem to have heading into the playoffs is two excellent goaltenders. Theodore and Cujo. Can rely on either one. One goes down. The other one starts maybe not playing as well. You can make that switch. We've seen it before in the playoffs. Yager, it's a glove hand shot, and Prushek turning that one away. Here's Williams rather back in. 15 to go here in the third, a one-sided affair. It's close through the first period. The Avalanche came out swinging with a couple early goals. Sens answered back. A late second period marker from Bill Guerin really put it away. Avalanche take it 6-1 on the road in Ottawa. As always, we leave you with the 3 stars of tonight's matchup, and we'll catch you on the next Avalanche broadcast.
Tonight's third star, Colorado number 88, Eric Lindros. Tonight's second star for Colorado number 9, Mike Modano. And tonight's first star, Colorado number 13, Bill Guerin.
Well, I can't say this headline is untrue. That was a big win, a solid victory for our team. A nice answer after the Buffalo game. But as we come out of that one, another 2 big points. We have 109 on the season. That's really what we want to be doing, is ensuring that we keep getting points to make sure that we get first in the Western Conference, because that is a absolute death trap of a first round if we end up 4th. We don't want that. Let's get ourselves home ice advantage throughout the playoffs. Let's win the President's Trophy. We're down the stretch. 6 games remain now in the season after that matchup with the Senators, including our next matchup here against the LA Kings. And obviously, a big factor, Joe Sakic's back. So we have some line changes that have happened here. We're shaking up the lines quite a bit as we jump into our next game here. But Sakic back into the lineup. Solani's going to stay on that top line. I've really liked him there until Forsberg comes back into the lineup, and then Hayduk. I think what we'll do is we'll really pretty much keep the top line be like the original, the OG Avalanche. I think we'll do Forsberg on the wing with Hayduk coming back in. And then we'll drop it to like probably Lindros, Medano, Guerin, because I think they've been really good. Medano and Guerin have been excellent since coming over. And then we will have probably a third line of, trying to think here, Lindros, maybe Lindros drops to the third line and Medano becomes the second line center. Yeah, we're going to be stacked though. Hendrickson and Hamilton are going to be the guys who come out with Forsberg and Hayduk coming back into the lineup. That's really because I think Riku Hall's been so good and he's been such a good penalty killer and kind of just has like won my heart over this whole season while we've been playing. Usually I'd probably keep Hamilton in the lineup here, but I think Hall has really earned that opportunity to be the guy who stays in. And coming out of that game, Cujo is now fatigued, which is like not good, obviously, but we are going to run Theodore for at least this LA game. I think the idea was to, as before we get into the portion here where we preview our next matchup, I think the idea was to kind of trade off games like 1-1, 1-1 down the stretch so that Cujo would have the final game of the season. I think what we will end up doing is probably run Theodore for 2 and then go kind of with them. I really want to make sure that Cujo probably gets the Anaheim and San Jose matchups just so Theodore has lots of time to have lots of rest and everything like that as we get into the playoffs. But right now, fatigued, not a big deal. Theodore can run the next 2 games, Cujo the next 2 after that, and then maybe Theodore plays the Anaheim game and then Cujo plays the Sharks game. Not a big deal either way, but yeah. So the good news, Sakic's going to be back in the lineup next episode. We've made our changes to the lineup to accommodate for that, and yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. Everybody's getting healthy. It's going to be really fun. So with that in mind, let's preview our next matchup against LA. Now, LA, not a great team, honestly, at this time. They're not very good. Like, honestly, it's kind of shocking that they're even in 9th in the Western Conference. Again, a team that I expected to be much better was Dallas. They weren't. They were really bad all season. But LA could be a first-round matchup for us. The issue is they're playing us right now, and odds are we're probably going to win this game. We're a way better team. Sakic is back in the lineup for our squad. I'm thinking this goes pretty poorly for LA, and especially because they need 2 points big time to make sure they get in the playoffs. Take a look at the goaltending matchup. Checkmatic and 85 on the road. Theodore and 99. We do have the goaltending matchup in this game as well. LA is coming off a tough loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets, 5-4 in their last game. That's a team you can't really drop a game to. Their home record, not very good. Their away record is better. They are on the road to face us here as well. Just the one injury, Steven Reinprecht out until at least the playoffs with bruised ribs. 33-31, 5-7. They're a very 500 team, but this is probably a game where if we win it, this could be the game that they really looked at of the season where it all fell apart. Now, as we take a look at the Western Conference, again, we're still just 1 point clear of Minnesota. However, we do have a game in hand again. But taking a look at our playoff race here, again, maybe now it's actually a 4-team race. I keep saying, oh, look at that. Look at Phoenix coming back into the equation here. 76 points. Nashville definitely out of it. But Phoenix coming off a big win against Edmonton in their last game. They're in this. They're 3 points back of San Jose. They could easily get themselves into this. This is interesting now. So it's become a 5-team race for these last few spots. Looks like to me that St. Louis is kind of firmly in there. I don't think St. Louis is going to drop out. But yeah, taking a look here, San Jose sitting 8th right now. LA is, again, they got to face us right now. That's a problem for them. Chicago, 77 points, in Phoenix now into the equation. Would be interesting. I wish you could do this like you could in the old games where you could actually view each team's schedule. It'd be really cool to see what games they have left to see if these teams really play each other. That'd be pretty cool to see how many matchups there are. But it's something we're going to monitor pretty closely going down the stretch here, as well as the Eastern Conference. Taking a look here, The 8th spot occupied by Florida. Atlanta, Philadelphia still in it. Carolina kind of just out of it at this point. Atlanta and Philly with a game in hand on Florida is pretty big, considering they're in the 8th spot. Toronto, a couple of points ahead. I think Toronto will probably make the playoffs here. They're just unfortunately going to get a pretty decent matchup with like a Tampa or a New Jersey in the first round. However, a Toronto-Montreal series would be pretty freaking crazy. So maybe we hope that Toronto slides to 8th, and then Toronto-Montreal in the first round. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Again, as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching the video. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern time are when these videos drop onto the channel. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.